Hello folks. How are you? Welcome back. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am being blessed with such wonderful weather here locally and just a carnival-like atmosphere in my Twitter account today. So anyway, we're gonna take a quick look at today. Today was CPA. And early this morning, I was counseling you all to try to avoid becoming insolvent, trying to predict what the CPI was going to do beforehand. It's always beneficial for it to try to run, let it take off, and whatever it does, moving higher or lower, we can then usually fade that type of thing. It can be a two-stage delivery, kind of like O-form C. The only problem is if it's part of a trending run, that two-stage won't be there. It'll just keep going. It'll be a day where it's just one side, and unless you were in it ahead of time, which is always a gamble, you probably don't get to participate in that, okay? So because we're in a range-bound environment, today was a pretty easy trade after CPI and after we got into 10, okay? So you had to wait, give it a little bit of time, and I'll go over some of the things, but I won't counsel you to go look at yesterday's lunchtime period. And I taught this in my mentorship here. If you look at the vertical line here, that's 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time yesterday and 1:30 p.m. Eastern time yesterday. So New York lunch is a 2-hour window of time. We had relative equal highs here in the afternoon going into 1:30 when New York lunch ends, and then the opening range for PM session begins until 2 up Eastern time. That's what this is here, okay? But I want you to take a look at how this buy side was taken ahead of the 1:30 close on New York lunch. That's not random, okay? So this run on buy side liquidity prior to that happening go right into this candlestick right there. That is a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency right before the liquidity was taken during New York lunch. So this is an algorithmic price delivery. It's not buying pressure just as much as it's not selling pressure that drove it down. This individual candlestick. Now look at the data up here, okay? We're going to be looking at the closing price, which is this right there on this candlestick. Notice that price, 25, 165, forward 75. The next candlestick's open needs to be higher of a close. I'm sorry, higher opening price rather than this candlestick's close. So anything like 25, 66, even or higher would warrant annotating this with a volume imbalance. Here's the opening price. So it's 25, 166 even. So you have to anchor to this candlestick's close, which is 25, 65 3/4. And that's what you see anchored to, okay? The candlestick low here, 25, 77.5. So that is your buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency with a volume imbalance at the low, okay? So here, if this was bullish, one would expect it to trade down into and go higher. Not at this time of day. It's going to go back and seek liquidity. What liquidity? What's it going to look for? You got to go back and consider it 10. Start going through. Here's a sell side liquidity pool. There's a sell side liquidity pool, and it's part of first resistance fair value gap, which is that darker red line.